Well, the Heritage Foundation President Kay Coles James also described today's religious school ruling as good news for people of all faiths, saying by allowing religious institutions to decide for themselves who will teach their faith and how that faith will be taught, America preserves the fundamental right of religious freedom. Well, joining us now is Emily Gao, director of the Heritage Foundation's DeVos Center for Religion and Civil Society. Emily, let's just get right to it. How does today's decision on religious institutions preserve religious freedom for all faiths?
Well, I think today is a great victory for religious freedom, and there are many different organizations that filed amicus briefs in this case from different religious backgrounds, and they all should have the protection of the First Amendment to hire according to their religious beliefs, especially when it comes to the important role of people who will teach their faith to the next generation.
Emily, how do you, or what do you make of the counter argument that both Justices Ginsburg and Sotomayor made today, basically saying that this ruling leaves employees unprotected from unjust firing based on age, race, gender, disability, or any other trait?
Well, I think that Justice Alito's opinion was very clear that, there is a long history not in our country that goes all the way back to the founders of the government respecting the authority, the knowledge of religious institutions to make decisions about their own beliefs for themselves. As Justice Alito acknowledged, no judge is going to be able to understand every religion in the United States well enough to determine who should be teaching that religion or who should be embodying that religion. So I think what Justice Thomas said about the need to defer to religious institutions on their definition of who constitutes a minister is consistent with our constitutional history and the reason why this nation was founded, because as all of your listeners I'm sure know, the reason why America was founded was to escape the kind of imposition of religious orthodoxy that existed in England.
Emily, we have just a little under a minute left. How do you think the rulings, or do you think the rulings in both the Guadalupe and St. James School have broader implications outside of religious institutions?
Well, I think today was a very important ruling. It's a great reason to celebrate, but I think there continue to be reasons for concern for religious individuals and religious institutions because of the Bostock ruling, which unfortunately creates, sexual orientation and transgender status. The court just went ahead and redefined sex, and that is going to create a secular sexual orthodoxy that religious institutions and religious individuals will probably have to litigate in the courts for many years to come. So unfortunately, today was a great victory for religious schools and other religious employers, but there are a lot of questions that remain after the Bostock ruling.
All right, Emily Gao with the Heritage Foundation, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.